In this video, I'll provide an overview of our Part 6, the self-reflection. So here we are on our home page. I'll go ahead and click on Weekly Modules. So scrolling down, here's week 16. And so the video that you're watching right now is this first link right here, so you can always rewatch it at your leisure. And then here is the link to the Part 6, the self-reflection of your research project. I do include the instructions and rubric as an attachment here. And then you also have the exam 3 or the final exam study guide in here with all the information and materials so you can prepare. As requested by students, I've also converted the study guide into a practice exam that you can practice on before taking the real exam. So let's go ahead and look at the instructions for Part 6. So after completing your presentation with narration, you should have posted your presentation into your peer feedback groups and received feedback from some of your peers on what went well and what could be improved on your presentation. For your reflection, you're going to write a 1 to 2 page single space reflection that has these 3 components. The first part, Part A, is listing any corrections or changes you would make, whether it has to do with your calculations or the way you displayed your charts or your data or the way you explained something if you had to present again. So use the feedback from your peers and from me, the instructor, to identify what changes you would make. This can be done in about a paragraph. If you are making corrections to your calculations, please list out the corrected information. In Part B, you'll have to write about your student learning outcomes. So for student learning outcome 1, you must explain how you achieve this. So student learning outcome 1 states that you will be able to summarize and analyze statistical data to solve a business problem. You all did that through this project, and so you have to be able to explain and demonstrate how you've achieved that. And then there's 2 more student learning outcomes. You get to pick one to write about, or you can write about both if you feel good. The second student learning outcome is your ability to interpret the relevance of statistical findings for business problem solving and decision making. And student learning outcome 3 is your ability to apply technology, in this case, Excel. In Part C, you need to write about how you will apply what you've learned from this course, from this project, in a future business setting. If you scroll down, you'll see the rubric for the paper. So each component above has a grading to it. The changes you would make to your project is worth 5 points. Your achievement of student learning outcome 1 is worth 5 points. Your achievement of student learning outcome 2 or 3, whichever one you chose, is worth 5 points. Your explanation of how you'll apply it in the future is worth 5 points. And then, of course, spelling and grammar and professional writing is worth 5 points. So your reflection is worth a total of 25 points on what you learned and how you'll use it in the future. In the research project examples link, I also have examples of what students have written in terms of their student learning outcomes. So just scrolling down. So here are some examples of how students achieve student learning outcomes 1, 2, and 3. So you can read through these and get a feel for what you can write. Generally about a paragraph is all you need for each student learning outcome. And so if you have any questions at all, just let me know.